Well, hello there. My name is Tyler Keefe. I am a technology integration coach up here in Nampa, Idaho. And I am going to take a minute, well, actually a couple minutes, to talk to you about how I did a live translated, or not really, subtitles hack through StreamYard using a few different programs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you this with the assumption that you are familiar with a couple of these programs. If you are not, there are plenty of videos out there on how to use applications such as StreamYard and the other two that I'm going to be using. So the first thing on here, we are going to need to open up what is called OBS Studio. Now, this is a program that I use to record many tutorials. I use it for game captures when I'm live streaming and many other things. It's a very powerful program. It's a very simple program, but it can be kind of daunting at times as well. Now, just to be clear here, I am recording using StreamYard here, but then over here is off my MacBook Pro, which is why there's a little bit of a difference. But within StreamYard, within OBS, there is a few things we need to do in order to do a live translated subtitles. Now, first off, you're going to want to create a new scene. That's by using this plus button here. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new scene. And I'm just going to title this Subtitles. There we go. And you can see there is just nothing showing. So what we need to do is we actually want to overlay our subtitles for how we are doing this. Now, the first thing I like to do is I'm going to add in my camera here. So I'm going to go back to a different scene that I already have it in. And right here, I have my MacBook webcam. And I am going to go ahead and right click, and I'm going to copy that source, go into my subtitles, and I am going to paste it as a reference. Now, I could right click on that, go to transform and fit to screen. And there we go. It's full screen now. The next thing we need to do is use our overlay. For this overlay, I am going to be using PowerPoint. Now, you might think, well, that's kind of a weird thing to do, but it actually works very well. So I'm going to open up a blank presentation. And I need to have my page just completely blank. So I'm just going to get rid of everything else. Next thing I want to do is go over to the Design tab. I'm going to format the background, and it needs to be this green. Now, you could do a blue, but I found that this green actually works very, very well. And from here, we are going to put nothing on the slide. Now, could you do this with things on your slide and present? You absolutely could. This is a good hack for that as well. But for this, we're just going to have nothing on here. I'm going to go up to the slideshow tab. I am going to click on this one here for setup show. And I want to make sure that this is browsed by an individual window. And that'll make sense here in a second as to why we need to do that. I'm going to click on OK. Then I'm going to go over and make sure this always use subtitles is checked. And then I'm going to go to my subtitle settings. Now, it's going to ask you what language is spoken. In this one, I'm speaking English. And then it's going to ask you what subtitle language you want it in. Now, there are plenty of different languages you can do. For my case here, I am going to go ahead and use Spanish. Then it's going to ask you which microphone. Now, for this, I have a virtual audio cable that I've used for something else, but I'm going to make sure in this case to have my MacBook Pro microphone set. And I'm going to go back in, and you can pick where you'd like to have it. For this one, I'm going to have it on the bottom, and it's going to be overlaid. Now, once I go down and present, it'll open up a new window, and you can see right here that it is already picking up my audio as how it is doing. From here, I'm going to go back into OBS, and I need to add in a new source. I'm going to do that under sources, hit the plus, go up to, and I want to do a window capture. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as window capture. You can title it however you want. And then you're going to pick the window that you have. Now I'm going to go down to the one down here that says Microsoft PowerPoint Slideshow, and I'm going to go ahead and click it and click OK. Now you will notice that is actually taking up a large part of the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and double or right click on it with the MacBook. I'm using the 2-finger click, and I'm going to go to transform and then down to fit to screen. Helps if I get this done right. There we go, fit to screen. And then you will see that it is covering up and it is still translating as we go. Next, I'm going to go ahead and 2-finger click on the window capture. This is also very important that we want to make sure that the window capture is on top of the webcam. So I'm going to go ahead and 2-finger click there, and I'm going to go to filters. Next, I'm going to add an effect filter by clicking this plus, and I'm going to select chroma key, or sorry, not chroma key. Yeah, chroma key, yeah. And I'm just going to click OK, and it will automatically go ahead and do most of that for me. I could adjust it if I needed to. In this case, I think it looks good there. I'm going to go ahead and click close, and there you go. Now you can see as I'm talking, it is showing up on OBS, and it will show up on your stream. Now with the latest updates of OBS Studio, you will see that there is a button here that says Start Virtual Camera. When you turn that on, it will turn your output from OBS into a virtual camera that you could then use in a program such as StreamYard. You could also use it in many other programs like Zoom, Teams, anything like that. And it just kind of works. It's kind of awesome. And once you turn on that virtual camera, then it's just going to show in whatever platform you're using, whatever OBS is showing on its screen. So if you're not using the live subtitles and you have something else going, you actually could switch it over and have the screen like this. This is one that I use for my school when I'm doing things, and you could just switch through the different ones. But whatever is on this window here is what is going to output to whatever platform you're using. Now, that is honestly it. I know we went through that very quickly. It seems almost simpler than it is, because it's kind of crazy how easy that seemed to be. But it works. And I'm hoping that in the future, StreamYard will have a live translation tool integrated into it, something that could work like this. But as for now, that's really the quick, easy. It's kind of a dirty way to get there. Is it the easiest? No. Do you need to have a good, decent computer to be able to run all those things at once? Yes. But it works. It works pretty well. And if that is something that you find very useful, I'd love to hear it. Please go ahead and leave a comment below. As always, I would love to get a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I do other things other than just some random tech videos here and there. I do stream with my son a few times a month, and then I am the host of a podcast called The Teacher Dudes with my friend Jeff Anderson. You can also follow me on Twitter at Keef67. And if you found this useful, again, I would love to hear it below. Appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.